In the flickering glow of an ancient hearth, communities found warmth, light, and security. Yet beyond these comforts, the hearth held another secret. It shaped the longevity of the very timber that framed their homes, halls, and fortifications. Across centuries, the careful application of heat, smoke, and patient craftsmanship turned ordinary beams into structures capable of surviving generations. From Viking longhouses enduring harsh northern winters to medieval castles that have stood for centuries, the stories of these enduring timbers are a testament to the skill and wisdom of those who came before us. These were not mere builders, they were guardians of material, understanding that wood treated with care could outlast both time and turmoil. Today, we explore the ancient methods, the reasoning behind them, and how modern enthusiasts can apply these lessons to preserve timber, whether for historical reconstruction, off-grid living, or survival preparedness. Why the hearth was central to timber preservation. Fire was more than a source of warmth. It was a laboratory and a tool. Craftsmen observed that beams positioned near the hearth resisted decay far better than those left in cold, damp corners. Gentle heat reduced moisture within the wood, preventing rot and insect infestation, while smoke deposited natural chemical compounds that strengthened and protected the surface. Northern builders, for instance, routinely placed support beams and posts near controlled fires or smoke channels, ensuring slow, even drying. For modern application, a small wood stove or enclosed smoke source can replicate these conditions for tools, planks, or structural timber. The key is controlled heat and even exposure, never direct flame. How gradual heat transforms timber without weakening it. Wood contains moisture both inside its cell walls and between cells. Rapid heating can drive moisture out too quickly, causing cracking, warping, and internal tension that compromises strength. By contrast, slow, consistent warmth allows moisture to escape evenly, while the lignin and cellulose fibers reorganize and harden naturally. Historical evidence shows that beams in longhouses or castles were often seasoned for months near hearths or enclosed drying sheds before installation. Practically, this principle can be applied today by stacking timber in a ventilated space near low heat, turning boards regularly, and monitoring moisture content. Over time, the wood becomes both lighter and stronger, capable of withstanding environmental stress. Why smoke was as important as fire in protecting wood. You know, smoke is more than just a byproduct. It actually serves as a preservative. Phenolic compounds and subtle acids in smoke penetrate the wood's surface, repelling insects and fungi while also slightly hardening the exterior. In medieval and Viking contexts, smoke-treated beams outlasted untreated timber by decades, often remaining structurally sound long after other materials had failed. Modern enthusiasts can replicate this by creating a low smoke chamber with hardwood embers, making sure the smoke circulates evenly and that no part of the wood is directly scorched. Rotation and patience are honestly essential to allow full absorption and maximum preservation effect. So, ancient builders didn't just rely on timber treatment alone, they actually combined it with clever design choices to achieve longevity in their structures. Preservation was never just about treatment, it was about intelligent design. Elevated floors, mortise and tenon joints, and angled cuts helped water drain and allowed airflow, complementing heat and smoke treatment. In longhouses, for example, posts were set in raised sockets, beams were interlocked to reduce stress, and roofs extended far enough to shield walls from rain. These design choices worked in harmony with careful timber treatment, producing structures that endured generations. Today, combining proper treatment with thoughtful design, like raising structural elements off the ground or incorporating ventilation, ensures both treated and untreated timber remains durable. You know, patience was really the most effective preservative. It wasn't just about waiting, it was about allowing nature and time to do their work, ensuring the wood would last for generations. Time was, without a doubt, the carpenter's ally. Ancient builders, well, they didn't rush their timber. They understood that slow seasoning, paired with gentle heat and smoke, produced the strongest results. Even under urgent conditions, like those during World War II construction, partially dried logs were preferred over freshly cut timber because, honestly, they just performed more reliably. The lesson is clear. Deliberate, patient preparation outweighs speed or shortcuts. For modern applications, this translates to allowing adequate time for air drying, smoke treatment, and gradual heating before placing timber under stress. How modern enthusiasts can honor and apply these historical methods. Historical timber preservation offers practical lessons for anyone working with wood. Start with careful selection. Choose dense, straight-grained timber. Air dry under shelter with proper spacing and rotation. Introduce gentle heat or smoke for added protection, and monitor carefully to avoid charring. So, combine this with intelligent construction design. Elevate beams, allow airflow, and minimize water accumulation. Whether you're crafting furniture tool handles, shelter frames, or even historical reconstructions, these steps create wood that is resilient, reliable, and enduring. Even small-scale experiments, like smoke-treating handles or planks, can honestly yield dramatic increases in lifespan and durability. Why these ancient techniques remain relevant today. The lessons of hearth and timber are timeless. Structures built centuries ago endure because craftsmen understood wood, weather, and fire. Modern builders and survivalists can benefit from these same principles, producing materials that resist rot, insect damage, and environmental stress without relying on synthetic chemicals or industrial kilns. Respect, patience, and deliberate treatment are as valuable now as they were in the past. The endurance of ancient beams reminds us that craftsmanship is as much about care and knowledge as it is about construction. By combining careful selection, air-drying gentle heat smoke treatment, and thoughtful design, you can create timber that tells a story of resilience and skill, just as the longhouses and castles of old do. If you value historical insight, practical skill, and the enduring wisdom of past builders, make sure to subscribe to Echoes of Valor. Share this knowledge with fellow enthusiasts and help preserve the stories and the timber of generations past.